Okay, welcome back to the channel. Hi, my name is Mike, and for the easy woodworking project today is this little shelf I have back here with the little items and stuff on it. But the one we're going to make is going to be a little bit bigger and a different type of wood. Now this is made out of course, these boards here. So that would be a cedar board. That's your fence board. And I just kind of put it together with some brads and some glue. This one here is going to be put together a little bit different. I'm going to put it with screws. Of course, it's going to be a lot bigger, and of course, if you put something a little heavier on it, you want to kind of maybe glue it and screw it the same, so it could hold whatever you're going to put on it. But you know, we're always trying to make something as easy as we can on this channel, so you'll learn, you know, how easy it is actually to make things out of wood, and how rewarding it is afterwards. For this project here, this is all you're going to need. There's a few pieces of wood right here, which you can see. Scrap wood. This is sassafras, real pretty wood too. You can see I even left a little bit of the, it was rotten right through here, a little character in it, because I'm going to go ahead and probably put a clear coat over this after I'm done. Really nice looking wood. Now you can do the same thing, you know, if you go to a sawmill or something like that. You can pick up some of the scrap wood they have and then go ahead and cut it down and make some really nice things out of it. Something like this, you know, and there's some other different types of designs out there. So what we need is a little bit of wood, as you can see here, hammer and a punch. Now I use the punch to go in, and when I put the screws in, I like the center punch those screws. So whenever I use you know, a drill and drill something into the wood, it goes, you know, straight down. It don't kind of go off to the side. So we have ours pre-drilled here, okay, and then marked out. And we're going to give you all the measuring stuff on it, but should have a little square like this, glue, pencil. I use 1 inch and 3/4 screws, okay, wood screws. Of course, we have the countersink bit, and then also we buy these. These work really well in a lot of projects I've put up. They're like little, kind of, I guess you want to call them like D-hooks, little things like this you can see, and has a little screw. They give you the package of screws and everything with it, so it makes it nice. And there's probably like 100 in there. I'm sure it wasn't that much money. You can look it up on Amazon, they have it. Maybe a couple drills, make sure you get your bit, screwdriver. Now I'm going to use a brad only on a couple. You're going to see just a couple places on there. I'm using an 1.5 inch brad nail in this, and we're going to use it to just kind of hold the project. I don't want to put too many in there, because we really don't want to show the brads. Okay. So first of all, you need to get couple pieces of wood here. Now this is going to be built out of scraps, so it don't matter. So we got 18 inches long, okay, and across here 6 inches. Now I did some measurements on here because what I wanted was a 6 inch in between the two shelves. So I got my measurements off of this way. I come up this way and got 6 inches, and then came back this way here and got 6 inches. So I did a 6 inch on the inner line, a 6 inch on this inner line, and then measure out 3/4 inch here and put another line, okay? And then measure in to, I think I did those about 1 inch. So I measured in at 1 inch, measure in 1 inch, 1 inch, and I got each one of the screws so they'll kind of be the same, okay? All right, these are going to be the two shelving. It's going to go across like this. And they're a little bit smaller now. These shelvings are 5 inches wide, okay, about 14 inches long. So we got the big one's going to be 18 inches, and just to shelve yourself. Now you can make this, you can make it longer, but if you make them too long, what happens is you get too much weight on one side or the other side. I only have one bracket holding it up, so if you decide to put it on there, you either have to screw the thing completely against the wall through the center, or you're going to have to put a couple of hooks on it, because you get too much weight on it and it sticks out too far, then it's going to want to tilt. You understand what I'm saying? So to balance the shelf out, you got to have, you know, both of these maybe not as long bring them in a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, so like I said, these two shelves are 14 inches by 5 inches. Remember this again, this is 18 inches by 6 inches, okay? Now, we have two, these are going to be the inner parts. These two pieces right here, that's what they're going to be. Now, you can make these a little wider, or you can cut them down shorter. I have 2 3/4 by 6 inches. So both of them's going to be 6 inches this way, okay? Because we're going to divide, like I said, 6 inches apart here, okay? And then 2 3/4. That's what I had left over, because what I did is, believe it or not, that's 2 pieces of wood. I cut them. I had left over from the piece of wood, you know, the board itself. So I said, well, you know, I run short on it. So I went ahead and cut them down and I glued them together. So there's a glue mark in between there. Hard to see, but you can do that too. So if you wanted to kind of put a little scrap together, you can glue them up, and then you can do the same thing. It'll save you a little bit. Okay? I mean, this thing is really easy to build these, and they look nice too. So, I mean, you can make them out of pine. You don't have to make them out of this hardwood like this. First thing I need to do is make sure, like I said, you have your measurements. Get your all your measurements for where you're going to put all your screws. Get them preset. All right. So let's do it this way. Let's see. How did I do that? This is the back. This is the inside. So we have to go like this. I even marked these and I still can't figure them out. Okay. Alright, this one goes this way. And this one goes. Now, like I said, you can glue this one if you like. We probably could. It's not going to hurt us to put a little glue in there. Just makes the thing a little bit stronger. That's what it does. Kind of makes it, you know, help the screws out a little bit. Now you don't want too much, because you're going to be oozing that glue out all over the place, and then you're going to have to sand that. So we don't want to put too much glue on it. But these are nice. I mean, when you start doing things like this, you know. Right to the end there. Turn that thing down a little bit. Now, I don't tighten these up real tight. I'll show you why here in a minute. Kind of leave them a little bit loose, not too loose. A little tight there. The bottom one might be alright, but the top one, you definitely gotta, whatever you're gonna pick off with your top. Okay, now the reason why I left them loose like that, I'm going to show you here. Because we want to put these in here. Okay, so if you don't have it loose enough, it's going to be a little hard to get them up inside it. So as long as they've got a little bit of play, let's go ahead and back this off. I'll take this in here somewhere. It allows you to see, kind of lift that up a little bit. Then you got another one. So we're going to glue these in there too. These ones we definitely want to glue in for sure. I'm going to screw this a little bit. There we go. Yeah. So just put a little glue in this one. this is where the brad gun is going to come in handy. Now, you might want to put like a mark. You can put a mark down here if you like, so you know where to line that up if you want to do the measurements across here. Excuse me. So we have 8 inches exactly, so I would come over to 8 inches. And then, then you just go ahead and put a little mark right here somewhere, so it would hold in there, because you're going to have to clamp these down a little bit. So we want to get this really straight here. Now this is where the brad gun comes in handy. And let me just see if I got it on. Put some air into it. Okay. Now I'm just going to put one right here. Okay. Like I said, I don't want to put too many because I don't want to see those. And then we're going to have to flip it over here. Now since we know there is a mark right here, let me go ahead and do it again. Come over the edge here a little bit. Wait. There it is. Okay. Okay. Mark that. Use the air gun again. Okay, now let's do this one here. It's good to have a hammer. Okay, flip it over. Okay, this one's going to take clamps. I got to put clamps on them anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and clamp this. Alright, we've got more. Yes, that's good right there. Alright, let me do a measurement here real quick, because I want to make sure I get that. I don't want that to be bowed in. Nope, 8 inches right on it. And my mark's off. Do the 8 inch. Okay, well, better not put that on there. Like I said, I'm trying to not do it with the staples in it. So, what we're going to do is just put a clamp here. Make sure it's set straight. Put a clamp over here on this side. Take this one over here. Okay, and that's about it, but we're going to head and let that set, and we'll be right back after it sets up. Okay, here we are. Okay, the glue should have enough time to set, so we'll go ahead and pull off the clamps and see what we got. There you go. That's nice. See what I'm saying? A good sanding and sand it off, maybe sand the edges off a little bit if you like. We're going to grab a couple of these little guys here. And like I said, you know, you find a way to put them up on the wall. Of course, you'll have to put one of these like back here on this side, and then put one here on this side. So it's basically you're going to have to hang. That's why I wanted to put screws in the back of it, because it's going to have to be hung like this. You understand what I'm saying? But like you see right here, I'll just use this as a display here, and you can see just by putting one in the middle that it's going to move like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's definitely going to have to be a hook over here and a hook over there. So, but really nice project, especially for beginners. You guys are wanting to do things like this. I mean, this is a great time of the year to go ahead and get some of those in before spring comes. Because when spring comes, we're going to be out probably doing other things. So let me give you, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you the measurements off of this little one here. And just in case you want to do the same thing, but like I said, I realized the hook's got to be here, then just one right here in the middle. This is made out of, you know, the fence board. So, you know, if you got a couple of these fence boards around, this is cedar, so I like the cedar. It looks pretty nice. Let's go by the 2 shelving, okay? No, let's go by the back here. Let's go with the length of the back. I get 12 inches by 5 inches. Because those are 5.5, I thought I'd cut it down to give it a nice look. So it's 12 by 5. And then I did the shelves 10 by 4. Okay? And then these little ones here are 4 inches by 2. So you have to have 2 4 by 2s, 2 10 by 4s, and one of them 5 by 12. Okay? And then you can staple these together if you don't mind. I mean, or you can glue it. It's a soft wood, so you can actually glue these. But I would still, like I said, I'll suggest you to put a hook here and a hook here, you know what I mean, to get that balance out for that. So, but be nice to couple these, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I always say, you know, it's nice to give a gift to somebody and, you know, cheer them up a little bit, or even teach them some of the woodworking projects stuff that you do, and get them to follow along, or maybe make things and switch projects back and forth, or ideals. That's a great thing too. So if somebody else has a shop, maybe you can get with them and kind of learn different things, you know, because all shop people, all people that does woodworking has a different technique of a way of cutting things and building things, and it's really fascinating. I always say find some of the older people. They got a lot of knowledge and years experience of doing this stuff, and they can really teach you some really neat stuff, you know what I'm saying? Especially as beginners, you can absorb all that energy that some of these older people have. So, okay, that's it for today. So if you guys got any questions, just leave them down below. And like I said, have a great day. Thanks for watching.